Hello, my beloved psychopaths, and welcome to the Siron Show. And also welcome back, Tyler DOE. Not Eddie Hates Anime.
This is the Eddie Hates Anime Tyler DOE collaboration, which is just where Eddie's being gets sucked into my being and we become one. So either way that you call us, it'll be fine. We're like Vegito, except it's just Eddie DOE. That's what you can call us from now on.
Yeah, Eddie DOE. I'm sorry. You guys probably won't even understand this because we did two versions of the last video,
yeah.
And the one where I got it wrong all the time didn't make it because the audio was lost.
he thought that he was good and that nobody's ever gonna bring this up again. But then I went ahead and brought it up again later,
Yeah.
to make sure that he couldn't escape from it, even if it got deleted.
Never again. So we're back with part 2 of our One Piece arcs tier list. Last time we did all the arcs up until Alabasta. Now we're gonna continue with the Skypiea saga way up until the Timeskip, where we're gonna take a break again and maybe do a part 3 if you guys get this video to, I don't know, you hit 10 likes last time, but can you hit 15? Probably not, but that's fine.
I thought you were gonna say 11.
They hit 12. That would have been too easy.
I would probably say 12 is a more realistic goal.
It's realistic, but it's fine that if we don't have to do the post time
You
skip.
don't have to do it. Yeah.
Because that way I can catch up. If you guys don't know, I'm just up until after Zoe right now. So there's 2 arcs which I don't know yet. So it's fine. Anyways. Back to today, just like we did last time, each of us has a time limit of 30 seconds to make his point, and then we have 15 seconds in total to rank them. I think we can just jump right back into it and start off with Jaya. And I would invite you, Tyler, to start.
Bastard. No, I'm just kidding. All right, I'm ready. 3, 2, 1. Go. Okay, so Jaya is an interesting one because I genuinely didn't remember anything about it until I just saw this cover serial that I'm happy that I looked up. This is the one where Bellamy, which is one of my favorite moments. I know Nex talks about this one a lot, but Bellamy gets punched into the next universe. I believe that happens in this arc, and then also you meet those 2 brute guys. Who I really like. But yeah, the main thing that I like about this is Bellamy getting literally smacked out of existence. That's probably my favorite part of this entire thing. That whole fight scene was interesting. Time.
Okay, I think we're gonna disagree on this one, so I'll start in 3, 2, 1. I know Nux loves Bellamy, but I think Bellamy was the most boring thing ever. I mean, he challenged the ideal of dreams. No, he didn't. He was a fucking little punk who didn't know what he was talking about. The only good thing I remember from this arc was the introduction of Blackbeard, which Blackbeard is one of my favorite villains ever. But I didn't love the rest. Also, the other good guys, the descendants of Noland, I didn't love, and that's 30 seconds.
All right, so ranking this, I think, is going to be pretty interesting. I'll let you start off with talking about the ranking.
Okay, yeah. 3, 2, 1. This was a pretty short arc. It still bored me a bit, but it wasn't too bad. I would put it in nothing special happened.
I agree. That's good.
Okay.
Yeah, because I really only liked the Bellamy moment, and I also liked the Blackbeard moment, which I'm happy you brought up. But other than that, it was kind of boring.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Next up is a big one. I don't know if I can say everything I want to say in 30 seconds.
Let's just say I'm happy that you're starting with this one because I literally don't know how I'd get it all done in 30 seconds. So I need you to cover some stuff so I can just cover the rest.
Okay. Okay, I'll start in 3, 2, 1. I hate this arc. No, okay, I don't hate it. I hate the beginning. Or no, not even the beginning. The beginning part was cool, but when they got into the forest and everything with Eneru's underlings was so bad. Like the bubble guy, what the hell happened there? But when it turned back and only was about Eneru again, I loved it. Eneru is I love him. He's one of my favorites, and that's 30 seconds, and I cursed and I hate it.
You wasted like 10 seconds just by cursing.
Yeah.
You're like, and I freaking love this. Dang it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do my 30 seconds now.
Please go ahead.
3, 2, 1. I missed the time button, so now it's actually starting. So this is the first arc that I can remember off the top of my head. Maybe I did it before, I can't remember. But the first arc that I can remember off the top of my head being like, okay, like this is getting boring, and it's because the pacing in the anime is really garbage already, and then you add in the middle part that Siren was talking about. It gets really slow right there in the middle, but the beginning where they're doing all the world building and the end with Eneru really makes this arc worth watching. But man, that middle part, I almost recommend just watching the movie, even though I don't think that's the best way to watch it. This 30 seconds back.
I haven't watched the movie. A tip I would give any newcomer to One Piece: if you watch the anime, watch it at 1.5 times the speed.
Yeah.
Because that feels way more normal than normal speed.
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
So in other words, Siren uses pirating websites because none of the actual websites have that option.
Yo. Alright, I think this one, I can see where this goes. Let's
I can see where it goes too. It's my turn to start.
Yeah, 3, 2,
All right,
1, please.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this one in super because I think that a lot of good stuff happens, so it's not nothing special happens, but I just think that it gets dragged down, and that's why it can't go any higher than that. But I'm gonna put it in super.
Yeah, I agree. There are parts that I really love, but there are parts
Stop
that I
agreeing with
really
me.
hate. So it's super. And 15. What?
I said stop agreeing with me.
Ah!
Just kidding. No, we just always agree with each other.
It's true. We're not
Okay,
the best
so we're not actually covering this arc because it's technically filler, but
Yeah.
if you haven't seen G8, it's
Watch
10
it.
episodes long in the anime, and it's super good. I was just telling Siren before we started recording, I literally went back just to watch this filler arc the other day. And that's how you know it's good, because like I never do that. I never go back to watch filler. Like, who does that? But G8 is so good that I went back just to watch that. So I actually, whenever I was first watching it, I didn't know it was filler. Yeah, I watched this entire arc and I was like, oh yeah, this is good. And then next thing you know, I was like, oh, that was all filler whenever I found out about it. But at the time, I didn't know that it was filler.
G8 I did have to watch on a Yo-ho-ho website. And that one didn't let me speed up the episode. But G8 didn't feel slow for a second.
No.
It's so good. I love it. But anyways, let's stop talking about filler and instead talk about what should have been filler. I'm sorry. So, I think there's a huge big spoiler on this whole tier list where this arc is gonna go.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be going, and I want to live for this. But
Definitely.
we can start talking about it. Is it my turn to start talking about
It's
it?
yours, yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so this is one of those arcs that I thought was filler. This is the opposite. It's funny because I had G8, and then I'm like, oh, okay, that was real, and then I found out it was filler. This one I thought was filler, and then later found out was real. I hate this arc. It's literally probably 10 chapters or 10 episodes too long. It's incredibly horribly paced. There's some funny moments like Afro Luffy, and there's definitely like a lot of like funny instances, but I'm not really watching One Piece necessarily just for the comedy. Like, I like the comedy aspects, but not comedy as a whole. Okay, that's it.
I'll start in 3, 2, 1. Foxy is the worst! Foxy is really bad. Everything. I mean, I found the arc intriguing when it started off on the Long Ring Longland, because it was just weird and crazy. But then Foxy showed up, and every episode with his game and stuff was so bad. I know that Nux and the Rand Cafe people really like it, and people started to like it because of that. But it's still fucking bad. The only good thing was Aokiji at the end, but I don't really count that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I was on Sensei Incorporated, shout out to Sensei Incorporated podcast the other day, and one of the I like said something like, I don't really like Long Ring, and they all were like, what about Luffy? And I'm like, okay, that's one small moment in this entire arc that's way too long.
And you know what? I mean, I touched upon Aokiji in the end, but if we're looking at the story, Aokiji's appearance fits way better into Water 7. Because it connects with that whole story. So I don't even think that that's really part of the Foxy arc.
I think it was part of the Foxy arc because I think that they were adding it. They were like making it to where like this is a prelude. Like they're like, oh yeah, look, this really sets everything up for the next arc. Which, by the way, after Long Ring Longland, you really needed like something more serious because like I see why they put it there. It was basically just to like supposed to break up the serious moments with some funny. But man, it was just too long in my opinion. Anyways, let's rank this bad boy. I think we're gonna really have a disagreement on this one. Okay,
In
3,
2, 1. I want to live for this.
No, this is going in Foxy tier.
Definitely.
There's no doubt about it. I hate the arc. I wish it didn't exist. But yeah, that's really all the time we have to talk about it. But yeah.
I think we're done with the bad stuff.
Yeah, pretty much actually.
Water 7 up next. I think it's my turn.
Yeah, your turn.
Oh hell yes, it's my turn. So 3, 2, 1. This is my favorite arc in the whole story. Usopp is my favorite character, and he gets a lot of, or my second favorite, and he gets a lot of development here. I love the whole city, and I also love the introduction of Frankie being a villain at first. And I know this whole thing is a setup arc for, or kind of a setup arc for Enies Lobby.
Enies Lobby.
But I prefer Water 7. Even though I love Enies Lobby, there's nothing I would change about Water 7. It's just so good. It's my favorite thing ever, and that's 30 seconds, but I could fanboy for ages.
3, 2, 1. Actually, it's my favorite arc as well. So that's funny that you said that. I love this arc. It's definitely by far my favorite arc. I love everything about it. I love the Usopp versus Luffy fight. That fight is amazing. I love the setting. Like, just talking about the setting and the world building that goes along with it. The way that, like, the city keeps on flooding more and more and more, and they keep building on top and top. I just love the way that they spent enough time talking about the world building without getting bogged down, and then start getting into the story that's so freaking good. It's just, and we're introduced to Rod Lucci, but I don't have any more time.
Oh man, the whole introduction of CP9 was so good.
I love, like, this stretch of One Piece is peak for me.
So good.
Like Water 7 to the Sea Train. Oh my god, the sea. If you ever like want a place to start reading the manga, it's Water 7 and the Sea Train specifically.
It's so fun.
Start at Water 7, but definitely make sure you read the Sea Train part. I really love the Sea Train part. But anyway.
Man, it's just so good. I swear.
Okay.
The moment after Luffy beats Usopp and walks away, that's a One Piece moment that made me cry, and it's probably one of my favorite moments in the whole story.
Oh yeah, I could totally understand how that'd make you cry because it's so emotionally charged. But anyways, all right, it's time to rank this bad boy. It's my turn to start talking, which is good because I wanted to beat you to this one. So,
okay,
3,
too bad.
2, 1. Definitely gonna go ahead and go with I Want to Live for This. It's both of our favorite arcs in the entire series. It's a no-brainer. This one's I Want to Live for This. This starts the peak of One Piece to me.
You only left me with 3 seconds, so I'm just gonna ignore the timer. This arc makes the arcs in I Want to Live for This look bad. Not really, but it's just so good.
There's nothing that can be put in this tier that could live up with it to me.
Next up, we have probably the most acclaimed arc of the whole story, Enies Lobby.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, this is either my second or third favorite arc. I love this arc. Like I said, the Water 7 saga. I really need to get the box set for the Water 7 saga because it's just so good. I would pay hundreds of dollars to own that because I just love this whole saga. I could read/watch this whole saga over and over again, but I love the whole idea of the geography of the island, how it's just floating there. I love how it's like it's kind of like a precursor to an arc that comes later where they're kind of breaking into something to get somebody. And of course you got the I Want to Live moment. Oh,
30 seconds is too short.
I know. I realized once I got to about 20 seconds, I'm like, all I've done is talk about very generally how much I like this arc. I'm like, shit.
Okay. So 3, 2, 1. Gear Second is my favorite power-up, I think, ever. And I love that first fight against Blue Eno. So, Robin's backstory. The part where she rows away in that boat with the whole thing behind her burning and she's just sitting there like, laughing to make her more comfortable. That makes me sob like a bitch. And third, the fights were great, but not all of them I loved too much. That's the one thing that drags it down a bit, and that's 30 seconds. But Rob Lucci versus Luffy is so good.
And Chibi Luffy.
And Soga King.
Oh, damn, we completely forgot about Soga King! Best character in the whole show.
Hold on! Screw this. This is my video. I'm making the rules. Fuck the timer. I want to talk more about this. Dude, the part at the end where they're on the bridge and it would have been too late, but Usopp starts sniping down all the people. That was so good.
Dude, there's so many good Usopp moments in this. He really grows as a character because it shows like, hey, look, he created this alter ego because he literally thought that he just wasn't strong enough to do this. And also the part where Usopp's yelling at Luffy once he's like down for the count after the fight with Rob Lucci. Oh my god, there's so many good Usopp moments in this whole saga. This might be one of the reasons why I like this saga so much, is there's a lot of good Usopp, and like you actually, he's my second favorite character, I'd say. So
another thing that's in this arc that we didn't mention, Mary.
Oh.
The death of Mary.
This had already been spoiled for me whenever I got to
Yeah, me
it, so
too.
it wasn't as impactful as I feel like it would have been otherwise, because I would have literally cried. But
Yeah.
I remember a tear went to my eye whenever they're actually like burning it. I was like, oh god, this is sad. And like the whole story where Usopp is like, and this isn't the last arc, but when the whole story whenever Usopp is getting all upset about it, you just
Yeah.
feel for him. You know, you're like, oh yeah, this is like his whole thing.
Man, I love that part about Usopp's character, and I love that whole story. It's so good, but we gotta move on.
Okay, let's rank this bad boy. It's your turn to start.
It's my turn to start. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
One.
I want to live.
Oh,
for
dude,
this.
yeah, I never wondered where this was gonna go. This one's just right up there
No
with
doubt.
Water 7. It's definitely the second one in there right now. So
Yeah.
like I said, if you're just like, oh, you know what, I want to watch One Piece, but I don't want to have to like go through everything, just start at Water 7, baby. Like
I guess
I wouldn't recommend it because you would be skipping a lot. Like if you do that,
It doesn't
definitely
hit
watch.
as hard.
There's some episodes. I think they're called like episode of East Blue, and
Yeah,
then there's
that's a good one.
Just do that if you have to. Like if you're just like, you know what, it's just not interesting to me. If you have to do that, and then just get to the point where you can actually just start at Water 7, because the Water 7 saga is just so good.
It's so good. It's one of the peaks of One Piece, and
Yeah,
we're
for
gonna
sure.
get some other peaks still.
Next is Thriller Bark, right?
Next is Thriller Bark, and 3, 2, 1. I think I enjoyed this arc way more than many other people. Of course, Moria is not a great villain, but I love the fight with Oars, how all the Straw Hats had to team up, and I also like parts of the story in the earlier part. I didn't love. There's a lot of stuff I also don't like, but the ending though. I mean, nothing happened. Okay, that's time.
Okay, my turn. 3, 2, 1. So, like you, I missed the freaking timer. Okay, so like you, I also feel like this arc had a lot of good going for it and a lot of bad. One of the things you didn't really touch on too much that I love about this is it's such a great change of pace setting wise. Like I
Yeah.
love the setting, and I don't even like Halloween. I love this entire arc for its setting and its Halloween vibes that it gives off. Of course, you got Nothing Happens. You got Shadow Luffy. There's so much
Yes.
good that happens in this arc. I really need to go back and reread this arc because I didn't read it colorized. Anyways, bye.
And we both didn't even touch on Brooke. That's so sad.
Brooks.
Also, his
Okay, so-
backstory was another
Oh yeah, for
tier
sure.
moment.
Okay, so it's time to rank this one. Man, this one's actually probably the hardest one for me.
No, not for me.
Okay, it's my turn to start. 3, 2, 1. Okay, like I said, this one's gonna be hard for me. I think I'm gonna put it in the One Piece hype is real. It's
Hell
not
yeah.
quite up there with Water 7 and whatnot, but it's really close. It's probably the best thing in One Piece hype is real for me right
There's
now.
a lot of parts dragging it down, but it does have like probably the best moment in all of One Piece, which is the picture.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
15 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's still, I really like this arc.
Yeah, me too. I love this arc, and I like it even more like whenever I think about it, because there was parts where I was watching that and I was like, I'm getting kind of bored, but like then every time I'd start thinking that Shadow Luffy happens or this happens, you know, like there's always something happening that's just so freaking cool. Okay, so now we're at Sabaody.
This was probably the arc I was spoiled the least on, so I didn't
Me
know
too,
what
yeah.
to expect going
Now
in
that you
there.
mention it, I didn't get spoiled for this at all now that you mention it.
The way I got back into One Piece was watching Tekking videos. And if you
Yeah.
know Tekking, you know if you watch him, you're gonna get spoiled. That's
Yeah,
just
'cause he goes,
that's
he
just
goes
happening.
in depth.
Yeah.
He doesn't go like no half-ass, you know, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna cover it a little bit. He covers everything.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
Whose
my
turn.
turn.
Is it? It's your.
It's
so
my
sad.
turn, and I'm excited about it being my turn. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Best setup arc in all of anime.
Yes!
It literally sets everything up, and one of the things that I like about this is that it sets up world nobles really well and gives you a good payoff in the arc, and then it also sets up the supernovas in here really well. It makes them all seem really strong and gives them all a sense of like being their own characters. Another thing that I really like about this is, like I said, it shows you they are not ready for the new world,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's like really cool to see them get absolutely decimated like that. Like they stood no chance, and that shows, and they really needed training. Okay,
There's so much more to talk about.
it's funny because this one's not even that long,
Yeah.
but covering all of that felt impossible. As I started saying, I was like, I don't think that I can even do this justice because
man,
it's
I got-
only 20 episodes long.
Yeah, dude. I gotta shorten my thoughts so much. Okay. So of course the beginning is very misleading with the whole Kami and the fishmen and the flying fish riders. It's very lighthearted. But then we get the introductions to the world nobles, and we see how messed up this arc is, and the whole thing in the auction house with the slaves, and that punch is also one of the best moments in all of One Piece. But the ending of the arc with a fight against Kizaru and Kuma, as all the Straw Hats get sent away and the bubbles pop and Luffy starts to cry, that's one of my favorite moments too. And that's over 30 seconds.
Yeah, we just could not cover that one fully,
No.
but yeah, it's a super good arc, especially for how short it is.
Yeah.
I mean, so much is done in this arc. Anyways, time to rank this bad boy.
Okay, it's my turn.
Yep, your turn.
3,
2, 1.
This is my second favorite arc in all of the story, so there's no question for me that I want to live for this.
Okay, I would really put this more in One Piece hype is real, but I can settle for I want to live for this because there's so much that's brought up that's important. So yeah, I could agree.
There's so much I love in this arc. I couldn't go for One Piece hype is real.
Yeah, that's understandable. I as I started saying it, I'm like, actually, I don't even know if I could put it there. So
Good.
Next is Amazon Lily, and it's your
Next
turn.
is Amazon Lily in 3, 2, 1. So I like what this arc did with the whole setup, and I love Boa Hancock, but I'm not really too keen on everything else that happened in this arc. I mean, the whole story with the Kuja and that fight in the arena kind of bored me. I wanted to get back because I knew Ace was gonna get executed eventually, and I loved when they finally got to that and how they moved on to the next arc. But the main portion of the arc itself, meh, I didn't really care for it. 30 seconds.
Okay, my turn. 3, 2, 1. So again, Siren and I kind of agree. This one's pretty boring. It's a good setup arc, and without this arc, we wouldn't be able to be set up properly. And it's just interesting to see where Luffy was sent, because this is the one place that he could be sent that could help him rescue Ace. Like anywhere else that he would have been sent, he would not have been able to infiltrate the next arc. So I really like that. But yeah, it was mid tier for me. Okay,
I
so
really
ranking
don't know where to put this one.
Oh, I know exactly where I'm putting this one.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
I lied. It's either gonna be super or nothing special happened.
Yeah.
I think that I can't put it nothing special happened because something special did happen. So I kind of think it's like low super.
Yeah, I agree. It's low super.
Okay, low super, cool. Isn't this one hard? Like the thing that's hard for me is that you made it to where it says nothing special happened, and every time that I see that, I'm like, okay, I can't say that because something special did happen.
What in particular are you talking about?
The whole thing where he meets Boa Hancock, who is the person who gets him into Impel Down. Like without her, you know.
I thought you were talking about where they removed his mushrooms, except for the one. I'm joking.
I was not.
I mean, I don't think Oda should have done anything differently with this arc, but
Yeah, I agree.
it's not so special. But that's fine with everything that's about to come. Next up is Impel Down, Tekking's favorite arc, I think.
3, 2, 1. Okay, this is one of those ones where I don't know where to rank it in my top 5, but it's up there. It's up there in my top 5. I think it might be my number 3 favorite arc. I love the whole prison break aspect of it. I love the Dante's Inferno, kind of thing they're referencing. I like everything. I even like how Magellan has this one weakness where he has to go to the bathroom constantly. Because it just adds comedic effect, and it makes it to where he's not just this unbeatable foe. Oh, and also Bon Clay. Oh my God, Bon Clay. MVP of this whole arc. Anyways, Buggy Decline, bye.
I was about to say MVP? We got Buggy.
Yeah, I said MVP Bon Clay, but I still stand by that. I think Bon Clay is the
me too.
MVP, but Buggy's up there too.
So, 3, 2, 1. This arc was way overhyped for me due to Tekking and due to other rankings. That being said, it's still one of the best. It's so good. Okay, I love, of course, the whole crew Luffy gathers throughout his journey through the prison. Of course, Bon Clay is one of my favorite non-Straw Hat characters. And also, Ivankov, Buggy D, Clown, and finally, and 30 seconds and I want to talk more. Man, I'm so slow.
It's hard to really think about what you want to say unless you thought about it beforehand, but we don't, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's pretty easy for me to rank, but it's your turn to start. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
So, the One Piece hype is real. It looks very empty. but I can't put it in there. I want to live for this.
Yeah, I agree. I was gonna say if you put it in the One Piece hype is real, I'm leaving this call. That's it.
No, of course not. It's so good. I don't think I love it as much as you do, because
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it.
it's not top 3 for me, because
I think it's because I didn't get that spoiled by this one from Tekken because I just didn't watch that many. Because like
yeah.
on the outside looking in, I didn't think it was gonna be that good, and then so I didn't watch a lot of videos on it. I just
Really,
wasn't yeah, and so then whenever I got to it, I was like, oh shit, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's your turn to start again, which I'm so jealous that you get to start with this one. This is one of the biggest ones that you've won.
Okay. I'm not ready. 3, 2, 1. Oh man, the war arc. Whitebeard. Awesome. Cool Yonko. Best Yonko. No, that's Shanks. What the fuck? I can't think. Ace. Okay. I'm just gonna boil it down to one moment. When Luffy finally sets Ace free, and they get down and they're in full force and they're fighting everyone else, and it feels so good. And then he dies. And then Whitebeard dies. 30 seconds, but I want to talk more. I barely touched on anything. You have full reign.
3, 2, 1. So thankfully Siron wasted his entire time stammering, so I can do mine as good as I want, but I just wasted 7 seconds just saying this. So yeah, so the things that I like about this are some of the stuff that he covered, but I also like the whole Garp and Kobe aspect of it, which he didn't cover, because man, the Garp aspect of it where he has to like kind of betray his 2 sons for the sake of the Marines, and then also the Kobe, him having that internal dialogue and like wondering which way is the right way to do. Also I really feel like Ace could have just gotten out of there alive, but then he had to be a big idiot and turn around and stop him, but anyways, that's it. It would have been against his character, I guess, but
you know what? Again, this is my video. I don't care. 30 seconds. What? This arc is there's way too much stuff happening.
Siren's mad that he stammered for so long. He's like, no, I still want to cover some shit.
Okay. Mihawk's biggest slash, not getting to Whitebeard, was such a tease.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see that.
And it's by the way, it's really not that long. It's only 30 chapters long.
It's way longer in the anime, I think. And
the anime is too slow in my opinion, though.
For me, it was fine. Again, I watched it in a higher speed, and there was so much going on that it didn't feel slow to me. Okay, we get the ascendance of Buggy D Clown in this arc. Him raising up to be one of the greatest. Akainu is a good villain. You hate that bastard.
Man, you're struggling. I thought you had a lot to say.
Yeah, it's too much to say. I love the way that...
really, there really is too much to cover in this.
I love the way that Whitebeard just loves all of his subordinates like his sons.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
I mean, even the one that stabs him in the chest.
Forgives him. But yeah, one of the things that I really like about this arc is that it's one of the few times in any medium where you really get a good payoff. Like you don't leave Marineford feeling like, oh, was that worth it? You leave Marineford feeling like, damn, that was worth it.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, dang, that was a good payoff.
So, but the biggest reason why I couldn't let this arc stand in the 30 seconds we didn't mention Blackbeard, and that's like one of the
I can't believe we forgot about this. Yeah,
that's like one of the... It's so good. The moment where he appears with his ha. Oh,
nobody
chills.
saw that coming at all. Nobody was like, oh yeah, he's gonna get 3 powers. You know, everybody was just like, oh yeah, here's Blackbeard. I don't know, like I was definitely surprised by that whenever I saw it, because again, this had been semi-spoiled. Like I knew he was there, but I think in the videos that I'd seen, they never said exactly what he did when he was there. So seeing that was pretty crazy for me.
I was very much spoiled, but it still left such a big impact. I love Blackbeard. I think I love him more than many other people. He's one of my favorite villains ever.
Yeah, he's a really good villain.
And we don't know that much about him yet, but there's so much mystery. It's so good. Okay. I think I got everything out of my system.
So are we doing post Enies Lobby or post war arc as well?
I think we should, because then we have time skip after.
What even happens in this arc? Is this the
flashback? I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, it's mostly just a flashback. But first we gotta rank the war arc.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay.
I mean, you forgot because it's an easy ranking.
Yeah, it's very easy.
3, 2, 1.
Don't even need a timer. We're both going to go ahead and put this one in Foxy tier. I mean, I want to live for this tier.
Of course.
So yeah, easy ranking.
Yeah, it's my 3rd favorite arc. So that's
it's in my top 5.
So number 1 is Water 7. Number 2 is Sabaody. Number 3 is the War. Number 4 is Enies Lobby. And number 5 is Dressrosa, but we are gonna get to that.
It's funny because I think that I probably said it's in my top 5 at least 13 times during this entire recording session, like
Yeah.
between the two. So who knows? Who knows what's actually in my top 5? I'd have to really sit down and think about it.
Okay, yeah, next up, the post-war arc.
Okay, so
Whose
it's my
turn is
turn.
it? It's your.
My turn. Yeah, because I was
Yeah,
jealous
right,
that you
right,
got
right.
Marineford. So 3, 2, 1. So this one was kind of hard for me. He literally just explained the entire arc to me because I just could not
Sorry.
remember it at all. Like I could not remember this arc. But yeah, the flashback was cool. I feel like it dragged on a little bit in the anime, but it was still pretty good. It was interesting to see that. But I feel like it's kind of weird they introduced Sabo, in my opinion. I still don't know what I think about Sabo because I just feel like they literally were just like, Ace is gone. Well, we need a new Ace, and that's kind of where I feel like Sabo came from. I don't feel like he was there from conception. So yeah, that's one of my biggest complaints. But yeah, that's it.
Sabo was definitely not there from conception, but
No.
3, 2, 1. I don't know. I like Sabo. I loved all of this flashback, and it had a lot of character development for Ace because he started off as a little bitch, but it was fine. It wasn't one of the greatest things in One Piece, except for, again, the ending where Jinbei reminds Luffy of what's really important, and that's
Ooh, yeah.
his crew. That's such a good moment. Luffy sobbing and saying, "I still have my crew," and that's very
3D2Y. Okay, let's rank this. I think we're gonna be conflicting on this one, but it's your turn to start.
Yeah, it might be.
3,
2,
1.
Again, I really like this arc. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I would put it in the One Piece hype is real.
Wow, because I was gonna say nothing special happened.
Wow!
This
Okay.
one. This one was really. It dragged on for me during the flashback. Maybe it's because I watched the anime and didn't
That's
read the
15
manga.
seconds.
So I guess we got to put it in super to
Yeah,
tie
we're gonna
break.
put it in super. I think the 1.5 times speed really helps because I didn't feel the anime drag after I started doing that at all anymore.
Yeah, I wish I would have done that, but I really didn't think about speeding up anime until literally this year. Like, I was like, oh yeah, this is much better whenever you watch.
I swear, I only started doing that because Nux talked about watching One Piece at 4 times speed. And I tried that for filler arcs, but after 5 minutes of watching anime at 4 times the speed, your brain feels like it's on some weird drug or something.
All right, well that was fun.
That was fun, and that was it for this video. Again, if you guys can eventually get this to 15 likes, which I don't think you will. I mean, we're gonna do it anyways eventually, but if you can get it to 15, it's gonna be out within a week. Thank you, Tyler, for being here. It's always a pleasure
problem.
talking to you.
Yep, super fun. And then I always like our 35-minute conversations before we start.
Yeah.
But
Check out his channel. I'll definitely link it in the description and in the iCard up there. And with that being said, smash like and gomu gomu no bazooka that subscribe button for more. Have a fantastic day. Don't forget that madness is our only hope, and smile, motherfucker.